the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're bringing you the Chicago Bulls out at United Center as they'll face off against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing.
Tell them sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at How It's Ended Up.
Thank you.
Great stuff, DA. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. Reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and good things happen.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, the talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Anunoby in at small forward. Bulls moving the ball around. They set the pick. Here's Dunn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dunn's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Bulls. Here's Lowry. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Here's Dunn. 8 points his last outing. Lopez passes to Dunn. And there's the feed to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. And the 3 off target. So it's Toronto now. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Over to the left wing. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dame, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
The first one falls. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It hasn't been an easy road.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. Scores the ball, distributes it well, and also pounds the glass aggressively.
Here's Lowry, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
For a long time, it seemed like the league slept on Kyle Lowry. He wasn't an every-night starter until his 8th season in the league. I think he still brings that underdog mentality every night.
And Lowry had to scrap and fight for the starring role, even in Toronto. And Smitty, at first, they had him playing behind Jose Calderon.
I don't think they know what they had in Lowry. Sometimes you don't see what's right under your nose. In the end, he forced a hand, and look now, unbelievable player. And he's such a complete player, Kyle Lowry. He defends, shoots with range, creates for his teammates, and he is fearless attacking the lane.
And Lowry, an excellent finisher, Smitty, for a player his height.
He'll post you up at the point guard position. What I really liked is he's worked on his mid-range game. And the shots behind the line, that's the strength of his right now.
Lopez kicks to Levine. Now here's Dunn. Lowry covering. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Levine. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And you like to see this from Levine, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Fires for three. It's Lowry again missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And Levine, here we go. And the shot is good. Levine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
They set the pick. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Unloads from 13. Second chance effort, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first free throw is good. And Valanciunas, far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better, but in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on the defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots, but I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
Kick out to Levine. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Levine. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Levine's got his third basket of the night right there. Raptors trail by 4. Screen by Valanciunas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Zach LaVine.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. You know, Steve, DeRozan, a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster. And this is what we've come to expect from him, this type of consistency from the line.
Now, here's Dunn. He's tightly guarded. Fast break, here we go. Anunoby passes to Lowry. No coverage that time. It's a tie ball game.
If Lowry gets his feet set under him on a catch and shoot like that, the odds are it'll go in.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Now here's Dunn. Lowry covering for 3. Levine, he can't get it to go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Pass to Siakam. Outside DeRozan. Screen by Valanciunas. DeRozan dishes to Valanciunas. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lopez a screen. Valentine passes to Lopez. He got right to the cup using that screen.
What a luxury it is as a passer to have a pick-and-roll target as big as Robin Lopez. Makes life easy.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. Screen by Valanciunas. Anunoby, no good. Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's stolen by DeRozan. Out to the right wing. Baseline try. And it falls over the rim and in. Lowry's got 6 points.
As soon as Lowry sees some daylight in the mid-range, he'll pull up with no hesitation.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and some nights, you know, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bobby Portis is checked in for Markkanen. Paul Zipser comes in for Valentine. Justin Holiday's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Jaron Grant in for Dunn. Smitty still the most electrifying play in the game, the slam dunk. For your money, who are the more phenomenal dunkers right now in the league?
Zach LaVine is at top of my list.
High flyer, you're right.
LeBron James, Aaron Gordon, those guys.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes. I mean, you talk about guys that are trying stuff that guys don't try in games. Those guys, Russell Westbrook, love to see more of these guys in the dunk contest. But Zach LaVine right now is the top of my list.
He is. Pirtle. Good D by Lopez. Chicago leading. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. Kyle Lowry is second.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And this is what makes this group so special. They are complete players, and rebounding is a part of it.
Girdle sets the pick for Ellis. 5 to shoot. Ellis can't get that one to fall either. The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Grant dishes to Lopez. Grant against Lowry. Now the pass to Zipser. Elbow shot is on the way. Great positioning on the putback.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Raptors trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Ellis. Outside Lowry. From deep three-point range. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He's hit a rough patch this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it, though.
Back to Holiday. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Screen by Ibaka. Back to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ellis. Holiday with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. He's checked in for the Bulls. We've got 1:48 left in the first.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Back to Grant. Puts up a three. Good on the triple. Grant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
Ibaka outside. Ellis the pass to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Birtle sets the pick for Lowry. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Bulls leading by 9. To the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Inside. And Ellis the bucket on the assist by Lowry.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Grant. That shot off the mark. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That's his first foul. Raptors trail by 7. There's 31. Seconds left here in the first quarter. Ellis kicks to Lowry. Shot from 12. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lowry's got 8 points.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
Miles against Holiday to the right side. Lets it go from 11, and that one's good by G. G's got his first basket of the night. For Toronto, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
First one falls for him.
What I love about Kyle Lowry, he had trouble getting along with coaches early in his career, but made the change and has thrived ever since.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Grant, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls out front, they lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And Serge Ibaka, known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates, man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
So for Toronto right now, Isles and Ibaka, the small and power forwards. Ellis is out there with Lowry, and it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. And off target that time from Zipser. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Miles, and then Miles with the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Free throw good, Miles.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Bulls have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. G dishes to Holiday. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Markkanen, he's checked in for Grant. Toronto trailing. Ellis kicks to Ibaka. They set the pick. Dishes it to DeRozan. Stolen by Holiday. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
And DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. When you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas comes in for Pirtle, and it's Pascal Siakam in for Serge Ibaka. The Bulls shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. G kicks to Levine. Poked away. DeRozan against Levine. And look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
totally agree. Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Levine with it, now guarded by DeRozan. Levine kicks to G. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. G's got 5 now.
That's nice patience by Zach Levine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
Pass to Anunoby. The dish to DeRozan. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
G kicks to Markkanen. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from DeRozan.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Valanciunas. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Bulls making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Over to the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Bean passes to Dunn. And again, Chicago. No good. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Monte Ellis is just 6'3", but he's comfortable playing inside against the bigs.
At his best, finishing around the rim and getting to the line. And he is tough. Known for playing through injury. He just wants to be on the court.
And he knocks down the first one. Chicago making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share helps them win a lot of games.
Done with it, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. Lauri Markkanen third.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Now here's Ellis. Not a lot of room. He dishes it to DeRozan. Over Levine. Nice D from Levine. And we can talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team. Is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, it's interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
They set the pick. Siakam kicks to DeRozan. Over Levine, and the Raptors miss again.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Valentine dishes to Dunn. In the corner, it's Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Valentine grabs the board.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Shot to end this cold run, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, whenever you watch the Bulls, you can't help but think back to their golden age. I remember those days. The '90 Bulls are arguably one of the best teams ever. Hard to argue. with the greatness of those teams.
And Smitty, you got to play against Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in the 90s. Just what was it like going up against them during their peak as a team?
A nightmare. The reason why you had two wing defenders in Jordan and Pippen who could guard the basketball. And then you had both those guys that were excellent on offense. And at the end of the game, they had the greatest closer of all time, in my opinion, in MJ.
That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Valentine kicks to Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Now here's Ellis. T right on him. Pass to Siakam. To the middle. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. That one goes. Count it. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Levine passes to Lopez. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Lopez has got his third basket of the night.
Lopez knows his length is an asset to him on the offensive end, and he used it right there.
There's a good screen. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ellis. To the inside. Lopez with the steal. Now Valentine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Outside, Levine. Three-pointer, trying to get open is Lopez. The shot by Valentine, no good. Passes it to Anunoby. There's the triple. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded by Ellis, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Toronto.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Smitty, we've seen our share of dominant teams in the past decade. The big three in Boston, Miami, of course, with LeBron, KD joining the Warriors. You played against a lot of incredible teams during your terrific career. Which team was the most intimidating for you, or which team did you have the most respect for?
You know, I would say it was later in their career, but intimidation was a factor. When you play against the bad boys in Detroit, I mean, the violence of those guys. But I think from a sheer talent, it was the Chicago Bulls. They were the first team, especially not my era, won 72 games. They would come in and just steamroll you with their offense, with their defense, and their execution. So those two teams were the two teams I would think was most intimidating.
Kicks it to Ibaka. Feeds it to Lowry. Lets it go from 11, and the shot falls short this time. Chicago has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Grant kicks to Markkanen. Markkanen sets the pick for Grant. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now the Raptors moving it up the floor. And Grant sends it back. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. On defense, Chicago. DeRozan's shot is good. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. DeRozan against Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. Holiday dishes to Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Grant. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors with the lead. Outside DeRozan. The feed now to Pirtle. Holiday against DeRozan. 20 feet out. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
It seems that DeRozan has been involved in every score out there in this one, just zipping around the floor.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Pirtle with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lowry against Grant. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Lowry. Setting the pick for Ibaka. 6 to shoot from the stripe. DeMar DeRozan again. DeRozan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Holiday with the 3. And he drains the 3. But let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Raptors lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Raptors leading by 5. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And it's Valentine in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
The versatility of DeMar. DeRozan can finish with power or finesse in the painted area.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Outside Lowry. Here's Anunoby. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Bulls trail by 5. Lopez with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Now here's Valentine. He's covered closely. Markkanen, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it. And I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter. Yeah. It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's DeRozan, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's on Zach LaVine.
Well, DeMar DeRozan grew up in Compton, idolizing Kobe Bryant. He's patterned his game after him as an isolation scorer, able to hit tough shots with a hand in his face.
First one falls for him. And DeRozan always looking to get into his defender. He's got the size, Steve, and the athleticism to finish over the top.
And he has worked a lot on his ball handling and footwork. The master at the mid-range game. He's a bucket getter. In isolation plays, he's comfortable creating his own offense.
Portis, he's checked in for Markkanen. LaVine dishes to Lopez. Here's Dunn. The Bulls get it back in a new 24. Valentine kicks to LaVine. Puts up a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Now the Raptors moving it up. Puts it up from 12. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
DeRozan against LaVine, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
LaVine kicks to Valentine. Misses the 3. Raptors leading by 6. Lets it fly from 18. They get it back. Here's Anunoby. Here's Siakam. It's tipped. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Out left to the wing. Lopez passes to Dunn. To the left side wing. Kick out to LaVine. On the clock. And again, Chicago. No good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls trail by 6. Dunn kicks to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now, here's Dunn. Now recovering.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
Here's Anunoby. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Portis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Levine kicks to Portis. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Raptors leading by 6. Down low. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry. And that's 19 points for DeMar DeRozan. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. And here is Valentine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Portis. Here's Lopez. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The pass to Anunoby. On the wing, DeRozan. Screened by Valanciunas. Shoots from the baseline, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Levine against DeRozan. Kick out to Levine. Here's Portis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one.
Dwayne Casey, he's in his 7th season as a head coach of the Raptors. He's developed a great continuity and a comfort level with his players.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan, catches and shoots without hesitation.
Here's Dunn. He kicks it to Valentine. To the left side wing. Dunn dishes to Valentine. Portis kicks to Valentine. Baseline jumper. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Levine with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. The kick out to Lopez. From 12 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Portis has got 4 points this quarter. Toronto leading by 4. Toronto calls timeout. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Paul Zipser, he's checked in for Lopez. Justin Holiday comes in for Denzel Valentine. Grant, he's checked in for Zach Levine. And G's subbed in for Dunn. Here's Zipser, defended by Ibaka. G, no good. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's G. He's got 5. To the middle. Pirtle with the steal. Outside Lowry. Dishes to Ibaka. Can't cash in from close range.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And Holiday, here we go. Portis, and it's blocked.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Now, here's Miles. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Grant against Ellis. The 10-footer. And that one goes long. Toronto leading by 7. Back to Lowry. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They set the screen. Grant the pass to Zips. The Bulls keep it alive. G dishes to Holiday. Grant against Ellis. Grant kicks to Holiday. Here's Portis. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get. The lid off. Pass to Miles. Top of the key, Ibaka. There's the dish to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. Bertle sets the pick for Ellis. Shoots a 3. Headshot off. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's G. While recovering. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. G passes to Portis. Bertle with the steal. Ellis against Grant. Tries from 10. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Bulls have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. .11 seconds left in the third. Lowry dishes to Miles. Lets it go from deep. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
Yeah, he needed a ladder there. Terrible judgment as to how high and how far he could reach.
The free throw drops for Grant. And Grant drops them both. And we've reached the end of the third. The Raptors out in front. leading by 5. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep drawing and kicking, all right? You look at the outlets, make sure again, our bigs, we got to get space. When we're driving, we got to give the ball room.
Looking to stay active on offense, Dwayne Casey asking his guys to apply a lot of movement and a lot of pressure.
And he wants them to go beyond just swinging it around the horn. It's about driving, dishing, and playing inside out.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Pirtle is out there with Ibaka, and it's Lowry in at the point. Free throw, good, Holiday.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. Miles against Holiday. Here's DeRozan. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's G. Now recovering. Markkanen kicks to Holiday. DeRozan against Grant. And it's Miles with the rebound. Raptors leading by 3. And DeRozan. Here we go. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. From 13, that one off the back iron and out. Bulls shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Pass to Markkanen. They set the pick. Here's Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Levine's checked in for the Bulls. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Both free throws good from Holiday. Raptors with the lead. On the wing, DeRozan. He dishes it to Pirtle. Back to DeRozan. Passes to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Ibaka right side. He sinks the 11-footer. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
Outside, Levine. Markkanen in the corner. To the wing right side. The score now all even.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside Lowry. Kicks to DeRozan. Over Levine. Tries again. Pirtle's shot is off.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
Holiday with it. And there's the pass to Portis. That 3 off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Stolen by Levine. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And that one's good by G.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Ananobi. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Ananobi, guarded by Holiday. Hurdle sets the pick for DeRozan. Lock at 6. They get a hand on it. Ananobi passes to Pirtle. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Textbook form from Pirtle, getting room to shoot from the mid-range and nailing the shot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Changes for Chicago. Robin Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Denzel Valentine comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's done in for G. Then for the Raptors, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Pirtle, and it's Pascal Siakam in for Serge Ibaka. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on what Fred Hoiberg told his team. He told them, look fellas, this is what we're capable of when you come together as one. I knew you had it in you, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Finish this game.
Thanks, David. That one misses for Levine. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win. Here we go, his second bay from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Feeds to Lopez. Markkanen in the corner. And it's denied. Pass to Siakam to tie it up. And he sinks the layup. Siakam's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. The shot's good from Lopez. Now Lowry. To take the lead. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
And here is Dunn. Here's Valentine. Here's Lowry. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here's Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Levine at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Right there, the burst of Zach LaVine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Now here is Lowry. Down low. Got a piece of it. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
So it's Toronto now. It's a 1-point game. Lowry's shot is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Levine dishes to Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Lopez. The Raptors have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. DeRozan with it. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. Siakam. And the basket is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bulls trail by 3. Dunn passes to Lopez. Now here's Dunn, now recovering. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. And Levine, here we go. Now the Raptors moving it up. DeRozan leading the charge. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Lopez dishes to Dunn. The feed to Valentine. He kicks it to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Picked his pocket. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Anunoby. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Dishes to Dunn. Lopez a screen. Yes! And the foul. Gets on Jonas Valanciunas.
Admire the determination of Dunn, staying confident in his shot at all times.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Hey, great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
And the Raptors call time here. The score knotted at 73. 1:31 left in the game. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lowry, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Kyle has a way of getting into a defender and drawing a foul.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded close to the paint. Here's Markkanen, and he uses the glass on the layup. Markkanen's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, the D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Here's DeRozan. Takes it off the glass. DeRozan's got 9 points here in the second half.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
Outside, Levine. To the inside. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the screen. Shoots off the screen. Here's Markkanen. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. There's the dish to DeRozan. Over Levine. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Passes it to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. That will count. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Be the Raptors off the tip, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Raptors with the lead. Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. To the middle. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you let Serge get looks in there, he's going to shoot them for a very high percentage.
In the corner, Valentine with it. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Lowry leading the charge. The first one falls. And so Lowry nails both of them. Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. Dunn kicks to Levine. Lopez a screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
Second free throw, no good. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Anunoby. Here's Valanciunas. Banked in off the glass. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Dunn kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates, causes the turnover, then sends him off to the races.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. Kick out to Levine. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 10-1 run. Outside Lowry. The pass to Anunoby. He dishes it to DeRozan. Over Levine. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Kicks to Dunn. Back to Levine. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Levine passes to Lopez. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. We're in overtime. If you've just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. Dunn misses. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
DeRozan against Levine. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And it's an 11-point Raptor lead.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
There's Levine, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Levine against DeRozan. Dunn misses. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Lowry kicks to Pirtle. Pass to DeRozan. Over Levine. Raptors get it back and a new 24. Lowry dishes to Pirtle. Feeds it to DeRozan. A second chance effort and another basket for Toronto.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
Outside Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge.